Alan, we'll start with some of the signing news. We've just signed Saul Bryn from Middlesbrough on loan. Excited about that?
No, definitely. He's a top keeper. He's really highly regarded in Middlesbrough, and they've got a lot of good young keepers coming through. So, no, delighted to get him on board. Obviously, what's happened to Josh, we're gutted for Josh because Josh has started the season well, and he's picked up a bad one. Obviously, the collision against Kilmarnock, he's managed to break a bone in his cheek, and obviously there's a bit of damage to his eye socket and his nose as well. So he's getting the operation today, and hopefully we're talking about probably 2 months if everything goes well.
It was, there was fears that it could have been longer than that as well. So there must be some sort of relief that it's only 2 months, despite it being a reasonably long layoff anyway.
Yeah, but I suppose it's difficult being a goalie, isn't it? You're putting your body in the way of shots and whatever, and diving at people's feet. So collisions are going to happen. And you look at the collision as well. I think it was unintentional the way it looks. It looks as though the boys try to dive over him, jump over him. So just really unlucky. But we wish him well, and hopefully the operation goes well today.
You've had a week and a half off now. How's training been in that time?
No, it's gave us a good chance. We've had a few people missing through the COVID situation. We've had a couple of people coming that have had niggles as well, so it's gave us a chance to rest them. So hopefully by the time the game comes up at the weekend, we're starting to get people back, and they should be ready to go and obviously compete in a really important game.
Yeah, every game's a tough game in this league, but is this game made even tougher, the fact that we're on 0 points after the first 2 games?
Always makes it difficult when you're playing catch up. We don't want the gap to get any bigger. I think it's important to try and get that first win. We have played well the first 2 games of the season. I don't think we're far away. I think we've got some good young players. It's just getting that fine line between winning and losing. And we need to make sure we get the 3 points and start kicking on our season.
I think a lot of people, perhaps myself included, kind of tipped Morton to be down near the bottom league towards the end of the season, but they've started well. Have you been surprised by just how well they've started?
It's only 2 games into the season, to be fair. Obviously, last week, the game against Hamilton was a massive result. But we know how difficult it's going to be. Every team in this league, they've got quality players. I think it's going to be a really competitive season this year. But we've just got to focus on ourselves, and if we do that, we'll be fine.
They've made a couple of smart signings. I think the one that Queen's fans will probably know the most is Gozi Ugwu. He put the man of the match performance against Queen's in April. I'm assuming you've been having a close look at him and trying to stop him on Saturday.
Yeah, no, he's done really well. He started the season well. He looks as though he's got that physical presence for them. But probably the defensive side as well that they've improved, bringing in guys like Lithgow, who's obviously played in the Premiership for a number of years. So I think he's made a major impact as well.
You've obviously played under Gus McPherson a few times. What's his management style like? Did you get on with him?
No, Gus is brand new. Gus is good, and Andy's really good as well. They're 2 really good coaches. Their teams are always really well organised, hard working, hard to beat. So we know it's going to be a tough game. They've got a lot of good players, as you said. They've built up a little bit of confidence with obviously starting the season well. So we know we're going to be in for a tough test.
And just finally, there's been a few injuries recently. Of course, Alex Cooper, Udoka Chima, I think Kieran McKechnie. Is there any update on any of those?
Yeah, well, Kieran's just started doing a little bit of running on the treadmill, so that's a major step up for him. So delighted he's progressing really, really well. It is still a long-term injury, so he's going to be out for a while yet though. Udoka and Alex Cooper, they started running this week, just out in the pitch. So obviously we've got to be really careful with them, and it's just a gradual process in building them up.